So it is Saturday. I have not combed. Girl, I know the middle of my hair is just crazy. Um, and I'm just sitting around the house. Saturday was very, very, very rainy today. So I was like, I'm not leaving the house even though I needed to. But it was like raining cats and dogs. But I was on YouTube because, I'm like, I don't have my TV on. I don't feel like reviewing anything. And I was watching C.C, who was on the YouTuber, who do little reaction videos and stuff like that. And, she had a video called Can I Be Honest With You? And it was cute because it was just her talking about how, as a YouTube creator, sometimes you don't really feel like being a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying, for clicks and views or whatever. Sometimes it's like a whole production, and sometimes we want to come on here and not have a whole production and just, like sometimes it's chit chat. So I was like, I do that more often than I think other YouTubers may do that. Only because, I have my car conversations or whatever, and I pop on live with y'all. But that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna put no lipstick on. Like, I look I know I probably look horrible. But, this is something that I think more YouTubers could do because it would make us less stressed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're always trying to review content, make content, because it's a money thing. And, this is a job for us. You know what I'm saying? I get how some others may use it as just a hobby to where they don't care about the views and the clicks and the money. But I'm like, I still like my money. So, but I want to create a balance on YouTube. Sometimes my review shows, I do want people to watch those. I do want people to, enjoy them, and those get the views. And that's where I'm focused on making my money from. But I also want to have these other kind of videos where I can just sit and talk to y'all about absolutely nothing. Or I can just do like podcast type stuff where I'm just chit-chatting and jaw-jacking or whatever. And like even yesterday, I was, it's going to be a whole random conversation or whatever. I'm going to put it up. I don't care who watch it. But like yesterday, I was like, it was a crazy day because I woke up. I was trying to clean up. And then, I'm like, okay, I'm going to clean up the house or whatnot. Go in my kitchen. There was a water bug in my sink. Scared the crap out of little black beetle, what I'm saying, in the sink. Crap. So, but it's warm weather. It gets warm outside. Bugs come in or whatnot. So that pissed me off. So I'm like, okay, well, let me, kill that little damn water bug and let it be that. And I had seen another little beetle. And I posted about that on Instagram, and somebody said, you got roaches. I said, bitch, I don't have roaches. But that's what you young people don't get. Y'all can't take criticism or whatever. And, you do have roaches. I do not have roaches. First of all, a beetle and a roach looks two different ways. I'm like, bitch, I can see. Even without my glasses, it was a goddamn beetle. Why would I post if I had roaches? I'm like, who? We don't do roaches around this part. And if there was a roach in my apartment, I would move out immediately. I would leave all this shit here. Okay, all of this would stay here, and I would be up and out. I don't do bugs. But I'm like, no, it was a fucking water bug. So that aggravated me. Then, I'm like, well, water bug dead, whatever. Then the goddamn power went out. I'm like, God damn it. So I got ice in my freezer. Let me put my ice that I have in my tumbler cups. Cause my tumbler cups, it keeps ice frozen or whatnot for a while. And let me put the ice in there so I'll at least have cold water for the rest of the day. Because the power, they said it will be restored within a couple hours. So I had one of my tumblers in my bedroom. Go in my bedroom. Get some. It had been in my room for at least the past month. Okay, at least the past month. And just sitting on my table, so and it was full of water that I hadn't drank, and it just been sitting there or whatever, and I just hadn't even thought about the thing. So I'm like, let me get that one in here too. Let me empty out the water, clean it out, and then fill it with ice. Well, bringing to my kitchen, a goddamn water bug was in the straw. Scared the dog shit out of me because as I just set the cup down in my sink, I saw the water bug with the beetles like little mouth thing or whatever, like little chompers or whatnot. And I'm looking like, oh my God. So, what I'm saying? Kill that goddamn water bug or whatever. And so then I'm scared crap. It's like, okay, now it must be water bugs all over my house. But it's not. But of course, that's what happened in the summertime here. Like the little bugs come in the house. I just can't be having my cups of water and I'm sitting around the house. So now I'm terrified. So now I put like tissue. Y'all see that? Yes, I put tissue in all the holes. So, a water boy can't crawl down the goddamn straw or whatever. But I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen too much. So the power ended to come back on. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. I'm going to watch a movie on Netflix. Was watching some movie called Murder Mystery on Netflix with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, which to me was just a replay or part two of this Go With It that they did years ago. I told you I'm rambling. And then my internet and cable go out. So I'm sitting looking like, well, God damn it. So this is some bullshit. So I'm like, okay, so my power back on, so at least I got my air conditioner on, so I'm no longer hot. But now I don't have TV and internet, so I can't watch my shows, I can't watch television, I can't upload it to Instagram or to YouTube. So, that's the whole thing. And I'm like, it was just like, I'm going to bed. So that was all yesterday. And then even today, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to my lease house. I ordered some stuff from Macy's. Let me go pick up my stuff from Macy's and I can do a YouTube video unboxing. Well, it was pouring raining. Like pouring raining to where I'm not going to be out in the rain, getting soaking wet, carrying boxes, because it was a couple boxes. Trying to carry boxes in and out the house. And then if I take the stuff out the boxes, the stuff will get wet because it was like tsunami type rain. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay in the house. And it was, this is my vacation time. So, that whole thing. Then y'all know how YouTube was kind of, I won't say YouTube was messing with people, but YouTube has this new algorithm to where some of our videos, they get flagged. And what happens is, I put up my love at the lockup review last night at maybe like 6 a.m. It was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning before I went to bed. And when I first put it up at like maybe 5:30, it was fine. And like maybe 30 minutes later, YouTube, let's see if this can be monetized. Let's see if it's, appropriate for all ads. So, they put the little yellow thing on. I'm like, fuck it. Made it private. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm too tired to get up and upload it with a different name and a short. I ain't got time for all that, so I'm just gonna delete it and put it back up the following day. I'll change the title of it, make it shorter, and hopefully they'll just ignore it. So get up today, did that, had to re-edit it together. Had to just re-edit the ending of it to make it shorter. Because if you upload a video that's the same length, and if it's kind of named the same thing, they'll call it a duplicate. So I didn't want to go through all that, so I delete the old one, update the new one, put it up. And then first, okay, it's on there. Okay, it's been ignored. Yay. I made it through. Yay. And then, nope, like maybe 20 minutes after that, it was still put under review. And even now, it's still under review. So I feel like, we just sometimes all we have is just like, it's content. And it's a consistent thing about views, because it is a job. YouTube is definitely a job. And don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it's also a lot of work. It's tedious work because people may not watch it, and you like, well, damn, did I waste a whole hour on that and nobody watched it? Or people will watch it, but YouTube will have it under review, so you're not getting as much money from that. It just seems too much, and it aggravates me. And then C-Dot was also bringing up how even when sometimes you're not on here reviewing shows or movies or events or whatever, we're consistently, just talking about gossip stuff and other people's stuff. And at what point as creators can we just talk about ourselves or just have different content that makes us feel, less stressed to be perfect. She brought up how, she sees how she felt like she was trying to be perfect. She wanted the perfect edits, the perfect this, the perfect that, and always, looking great on camera. And I'm like, let me pop on camera looking a hot ass mess, okay? I got a sweater on because it's cold, like I'm air conditioner on, because I don't want to cut off and power go out, and I'm hot. No lipstick on, plain face, just whatever. And I just wanted to come on and just say whatever. So I feel like I am kind of stepping outside of that whole review box and for certain videos. I don't care how many views it get. Like my whole thing with my cousin Tasha, Tasha's story, even though those videos got 1,000 views each, I was like, I wouldn't care if it would have got 2 views each. I wanted to do that content. Sometime when I do my little, my little vlog stuff I've been trying to do now, I've only done 2. I've only done 2, and it's the vlog stuff for just me in my everyday life. But I'm like, my life is also sometimes boring because all I do for the most part, except when I'm not doing that, is I'm either going to my regular job or I'm here on YouTube. So I can't, vlog myself at work. Because I'm like, one, I don't want people to know where I work because I don't want the two intertwined, for one. And even me driving to work chit-chatting, sometimes I don't have nothing to say. So I just be driving and not saying nothing at all. So it's just weird. But, I'm about to do another person's story who I'm going to interview in a couple of weeks. Speaking about mental health, suicide, rape, and this different things. So I feel like I am trying to bridge that gap between, she do reviews like everybody else do reviews. I want to be different. I don't want to be, put in the same category. Oh, all the black people on there who review all the shows and talk about guys. I want, like, Jay Lee also talks about different things, and she interviewed different people from everyday life versus trying to stay focused on celebrity stuff. I feel like people in our life have these amazing stories, and sometimes we shouldn't have to focus on just famous people who have these, stories about, being divorced or being raped or having an abort. You know what I'm saying? These things, I just want to have these conversations, and I feel like, C.C doing her video today, and me, because I watch her, when she don't post that often anymore, as she used to, but she even brought up how she missed the old YouTube when it was just about posting creative content versus being a character or being a show or, trying to do this or do that. And it's like, I feel like once YouTube started paying people, that's when it got, people went left. I don't believe that. I feel like there's a catch-22 to where you can do it both ways. Just, you have to be confident enough to feel like, okay, yeah, I'm going to still do these other things because it's what makes me money, but to fulfill myself, I'm also going to sometimes talk about me, and then whoever watches. And I think that's the point where I am. I'm like, whoever watches. Because I was so aggravated with my videos when I'm like, I uploaded, and because I'm like, I'm not one of the more popular YouTubers. Y'all know who I follow on YouTube or whatever, and how everybody I follow has way more, subscribers and views than me, so they make way more money than me as well. But I still feel like I'm a newbie, and I want to do things differently. And, even though I'm grateful for all of my viewers and all my Jaybirds and all my subscribers and all that stuff, I still want to feel fulfilled. Like, I don't always want it to be about, watching a ton of shows and reviewing a ton of shows and not having any content if all these shows go away, or not having any like my gossip chats. I haven't done many gossip chats recently because I felt like the news or the gossip or the celebrity stuff that was going on, I was like, I didn't care. Like, not because it wasn't salacious enough, but I'm like, this stuff is like, I don't want to report on every single little thing somebody do. And there was a lot of little stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to do that because it just takes time and energy. And yes, it do get you views or whatever. But I'm like, I don't feel like it. I had to go to work. I had to do this. I had to go grocery shop. I couldn't spend no money in June. I was on a no spend challenge for June. And it was just so many other things that I felt like, girl, if you don't feel like doing the gospel chat, just don't do it. And the 2 times I came on my computer, and was about to do a gossip chat, like, something stopped me from doing it. I think one time I saw a fly. Yes, I saw a fly. It was a big fly, but I saw a fly, and I was like, God damn it, I'm going to bed, because I was like, because I hate bugs, and I hate that they come in the house in the summertime. And so I was like, go to bed. And I just went to bed. And I'm like, all right. And I think I'll come again and do another one. And I started recording it. And then, like, I think my internet went out. And I'm like, well, God damn it, man. And I'm like, all right, I'm just not going to do it. So it's like I have these moments of just not wanting to consistently be always doing the exact same thing as my, YouTube counterparts, who are, again, on a higher level than me. Y'all know Alex just hit 40,000 subscribers. Yay! Congrats, Alex, and everything. But I'm looking like I'm just at 14,000. And while I know there are other people who, have lower counts and views than me, and I know how they probably feel the way I feel about my bigger YouTube counterparts that they may feel about me, but I'm looking like, I ain't the only one that feel like, I could be doing better and I want to be doing more, and that's why I'm stepping out more to build up my brand, to not just be solely reviews. I want people to eventually the ones who tune in for my review stuff, tune in for my blog stuff, for me and my family or whatever, just me in general. So I feel like there's a way that we can kind of be our own YouTuber selves and still have our reviews and our shows, but do these other things that, we're not so focused on it having, 10,000 views, but it made you feel a little bit of woosah of a moment and you just kind of cool and collected. So I'm going to post this and we're going to see how it do. And even, sometimes it's just hard because of the negative comments we get. Somebody, like, people keep commenting, like, how dare you, comment on how anybody look at you. I'm looking like, bitch, look at me. What? You know what I'm saying? It just irks my nerves that people sometimes don't get. Some things aren't meant to be mean and cruel, but I'm like, if OG on Best Buy Wives look at a Plum D fool, yes, I'm going to say someone messed up her makeup. But I also said the same breath because she's a pretty girl, but somebody keep fucking her up. So it's a thing too where you sometimes like, I got time for it. You don't want to clap back too much because you don't want to give them people energy. So I've learned a lot to just, girl, once I feel the need to clap back, block them. If I quickly block them, I'll, because I can be in mid bitch fuck you mode, you know what I'm saying, type of something crazy, and I'd be like, nope, don't do that. Just block them and delete the comment and move forward. Because sometimes people just want that attention, and in order to stay in a positive headspace, you have to kind of avoid the bullshit. Like, I kept hating that people would like comment on Bondi Blues videos about her when she was having like breakouts or whatever, but she was saying that she was on some different medication and her skin broke out, but people were still being like shitty assholes about it. I'm looking like, that's crazy. Like, people don't get us watching a show and a person literally putting on makeup to make themselves and they look crazy. It's not the same as someone who is on some medication and their skin broke out. And that's what happened. So why even, so it's just bullshit like that. Like, I wish people would have stopped commenting on the bullshit and like just comment on the goddamn video. Like, you watching me for a reason, but I get it comes with the territory. So it's hard as a YouTuber to try to consistently stay positive because I told y'all before when I did my 90-day fiance review. One review I did last week, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes before I started recording, I was in my house crying because I miss my dad. So it's like, it's a thing to where we have to find things that fulfill us so that we're not doing things just for money, because it's not going to make us happy if we not, feeling fulfilled or whatnot. So I guess that's all my rant. It may be also because I was drinking today. Yeah. Add me some watermelon Ciroc and some Simply Fresh watermelon juice. And that's what that may have been the reason I came on here. So, who knows? So, I hope y'all watch. And if y'all don't watch, it's okay because I still got it off my chest. Put in the comment section. I want everybody who feel like it, because you don't have to, but put something that you would want me to do a video about. Not a show. Okay? Not any kind of, review this show, review that show. Not about reviewing no TV show, but what video would you want to hear me do, or something that you want me to talk about? I know y'all like, do it for TV or do whatever. Don't comment and say whatever. The only comments I want are, actual ideas. You know what I'm saying? Of what y'all would not mind me doing. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Anyway, let me get off of here, y'all, because I'm going to regret how I look when I watch this back, but we're going to leave it here anyway. Anyway, hey, J-Birds, I love you all. Until the next random chat. This is going to be called Random Chat. Okay, so the next random chat. Peace.